Hey guys, and thank you so much for watching today's video. If it's your first time here, my name is Anne, and if you have been here already, welcome back. In today's video, I'm going to show you how I created this eye look, and also I'm going to show you all the rest of the makeup. This is gonna be a full face makeup tutorial, which has been a while. Now I'm gonna start with the eyes, and I'm gonna use the MAC Cosmetics paint pot in the color Soft Ochre, and I'm gonna use a P84 brush from Sigma Beauty to apply this all over the eyelid. If you're new to my channel, this is my absolute favorite eyeshadow primer. I have been using it for years. It will cover up all the redness on the eyelid, and it's also gonna make sure that your eyeshadow is gonna stay flawless all day, which is nice. I'm gonna use this palette from e.l.f. Cosmetics today, which I think is called the Retro Paradise. I will make sure to put the name in the description bar, and I'm gonna use the color Tropicana, and I'm gonna blend this all the way in my crease area. The brush I'm using is the Sigma E40. I have a special discount code on all Sigma Beauty their brushes, which I use in every video. I have the code linked down in the description bar. So I'm just blending this shade all over in the crease as my transition shade. And you can see it leaves me with a really nice kind of like lilac purple sheen in the crease. And then now I'm going to take the color Disco, and I'm going to use my finger to apply this all over the eyelid. And those are actually the only two colors that are going on the eyelid. I'm going in with some other colors to kind of like create that smudgy effect on the outer V. But I'm kind of keeping it simple today to create kind of like a wearable but easy glam look. I hope you guys appreciate that. I've seen actually a lot of comments about you guys liking that I'm doing a little bit more simpler looks. So yeah, I'm happy to read all of those because it helps me knowing what you guys like and not. So I'm going to take the color Royal with a Sigma Beauty flat definer brush, and I'm going to blend this above the lash line. This is kind of like optional because actually later on I'm going in with black eyeliner. So you can also kind of like switch things around and first go in with black eyeliner and then use this color to kind of smudge it out. You can do it both ways. I did it in this way, that I first went in with the blue eyeshadow, but you can also first go in with the eyeliner and then do what I'm doing right now. So I decided to go in with a tiny blending brush, which is by Sigma as well, and kind of like sweeping this color in the outer V area. The reason I'm doing this is because this creates kind of like a smoky vibe. I could have gone in like with like a wing liner, but I wanted this eye look to be kind of like hooded eyes proof. So if you have hooded eyes, you can still rock this makeup look. So I wanted to kind of like smoke it out. So if you have hooded eyes, you can also do this step, and this is kind of going to kind of darken up the outer V. So if you like jaw eyeliner, but you think it doesn't look good on you because you have hooded eyes, definitely try this eye look. I think you guys are gonna like it. So I created a simple line above the lash line, and then I went in with the color Nightlife and kind of smudging out a little bit more of that eyeshadow in the outer V to make it even darker. I'm really focusing at the outer end of the eyelid and not really like at the inner corner of the eyelid. I want the darkness to be around the outer V of my eyelid, as you can see. So I keep smudging until I'm satisfied, and then I went in with the Tarte Cosmetics Shape Tape Concealer with a flat blending brush. I think the one I'm using is the E25 from Sigma, kind of sweeping my brush back and forth, and this way it just cleans up the eyeshadow, which kind of like makes the shape of the outer V look different. It's just an easy trick. Then now I'm gonna apply a little bit moisturizer on the places where I felt like my skin was a bit dry. And then now it's time for foundation. I'm gonna use the Infaillible foundation from Loreal, which is my favorite drugstore, I want to say favorite drugstore mascara, but my favorite drugstore foundation. I think it's amazing, and I'm using it in the color Golden Sun. And I'm using a buffer brush from Real Techniques to buff in my foundation. This brush is amazing. For some reason, I started using it one day and I've never stopped using it. I feel like it really applies the foundation really beautifully. And then now going back in with the Tarte Cosmetics Shape Tape Concealer, I'm applying it on the chin, underneath the eye area. I'm gonna apply it a little bit on the forehead, on the nose, and above the lips. And then after applying this, I just look where I need a little bit more, and I applied a little bit more underneath the eyes. And then I went in with a e.l.f. Cosmetics blending brush, not blending brush, what am I saying? Blending sponge. I think it's called the Camo sponge. It's actually so nice. I always use the original beauty blender, but this one is so much more affordable and I think it works just as fine. And then I used the Laura Mercier powder, which is the translucent powder, and I set my whole face. First I applied like most product to kind of like bake everywhere where I used concealer and also underneath the jawline. And then after doing that, I also set my whole face a little bit, just because my skin gets very oily during the day. I have to make sure that I set it with some powder, and I feel like this powder by Laura Mercier just makes everything look really beautiful and naturally without making my skin look like really cakey. It just sets everything like really beautifully. Then I'm using a F35 brush from Sigma, and I'm kind of like sweeping away all the powder. I think I let it sit for around 5 minutes and then I removed it. And now I'm going in with a flat definer brush using the color Nightlife again. And then I went in with the shade Tropicana in a tiny blending brush and blending this shade all the way underneath the lower lash line. Just kind of going back with the colors I used earlier. And then I used the color Sea Salt, and I applied a little bit of that in the inner corner to give it that kind of shimmery pop, which I think looks really beautiful and just kind of freshens up everything. I don't know, I always like kind of like a pop in the inner corner. I think it just looks good. Then now I decided to go in with this light green shade, just applying a little bit of that underneath the lower lash line. I just wanted to include this shade, but kind of like in a really soft and natural way. And then I went in with this pencil from Urban Decay in the color Love Drug, applying this all the way in the lower lash line. I think you can actually combine a lot of different kind of shades with this eye look in the one line. I decided to go for kind of like a pinkish burgundy shade, but I think so many colors will look good with this eye look. You can go for like a soft green, for a purple, a white, a black. You can give your own twist to this makeup look and decide what you think will look best for you. So I'm going to use this mascara, which is the Great Lash Mascara from, I think, Maybelline. I will make sure to put all the products I'm using today in the description bar. I wanted to kind of like focus on drugstore products, even though I have used a lot of high-end products for this look as well. But I think it's kind of like a nice mixture of high-end and drugstore. I'm using these lashes from Gigibee in the color DAZE. In the color, like, what is wrong with me today? I'm kind of like all kind of, I don't know what's going on with me, but I'm using these lashes, which I think are really beautiful. And here you can see how the lashes look up close. So now it's time to finish off the rest of the face. I'm going to use this lip liner from MAC in the shade Cork, and I'm going to use this to line the lips. For today, I wanted to kind of like step out of my comfort zone and go for a shade that I would normally never go for. And since fall season is on its way, I wanted to go for a brown shade. So I'm using this one by Anastasia Beverly Hills. I don't remember the name, but I will make sure to link it down in the description bar. I think it's such a beautiful color. I'm not sure if I would wear it outside. I just feel really out of my comfort zone with shades like this. I think because it's so different, so bold. Like, I'm not afraid to wear red or red outside, but for some reason I always find brown to be kind of like intimidating. I don't know why, but I think for this makeup look it actually looks really beautiful. Let me know if you guys ever wear a shade like this outside. I don't know why I don't feel comfortable doing it, even though I think it looks really beautiful. But yeah, let me know if you guys do it. Then I'm gonna use this blush from MAC, which is such a beautiful kind of like soft neutral shade, which goes well with so many lipstick colors. My boyfriend was kind of annoying me like he always does. I just decided to keep it in the video because why not? But I'm using this blush on the apples of my cheeks, and then here you can see the finished result. I really hope you all enjoyed this video. I hope you like how the makeup look turned out. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy watching. This is really helpful for my YouTube channel. Let me know what kind of look you want to see next, and hopefully I will see you all in the next video. Bye guys!
I know the reason why we chose to say goodbye, but I can't help my feelings. Right now, I can't deny you never left my mind, and now my heart is bleeding.